Hello everyone, I'm Taff. This is Taff's Word. Welcome to all viewers of the Amber Army YouTube channel. This one's going to be a neutral point of view type of blog this time. A lot of my blogs are about Newport County, of course, but I tend to touch on different aspects of football from time to time. And for this one, I'm going to go on about the whole argument from football supporters about supporters, not customers, because I know a lot of football owners, football club owners, sort of viewing footballers as not footballers, football supporters as customers. But a lot of these supporters are trying to point out that they are not customers; they're supporters of the club. And yeah, of course, it's the fans. The fans make football. We've got to understand, without fans, there is no football. I mean, you can say, oh yeah, but the TV deals is where the money is. Yeah, but who's watching these games on the TV? Fans. That's what's making the TV deals happen. Football is such a popular global phenomenon. It's why the TV deals are so lucrative, because football's got the point where it's an absolute masterpiece of sport. It is a spectacle. But the thing is, obviously, it's grown. It's grown through the years, through the decades, and it's become what it has because of the support it's got. The interest from the people like me, like you. But the point I want to make, and I've been on Facebook about this recently, right? And you can see there is a biased view towards it because it's regarding West Brom and Tony Pulis now. Tony Pulis is an ex-Newport County player. He's from Newport. He's from Downpill, which is an area in Newport. For those of you who don't know, he's a bit of a legend as far as football's concerned in our city. Obviously, his rise to the Premier League as a manager has been absolutely spectacular. But this wouldn't matter. The point I'm trying to make, though, whether he is or whether he is not from Newport, or it wouldn't matter. But supporters, not customers. Now, West Brom, perfect example now. West Brom are moaning because they want entertaining football. And you can say, yeah, there's nothing wrong with wanting to pay your money, go into a ground and be entertained. Because if you're paying your money, you want to see something that's going to lift you off your seat. You want to get value for money, so to speak. Perfectly fine. So yeah, you go to a game, you want to be entertained. Me, I go to a game and I want to see my team win at all cost. Now, put this into perspective. Supporter or a customer? Supporter. I want to see my team get results. However, doesn't matter. I want to see my team win, get points, do well over the domestic season. Customer. I demand to be entertained. See the difference between the two? I demand to be entertained is definitely, in my personal view, the words of a customer. I'm a paying customer. I demand you entertain me. I'm a supporter of the club and I want to see the club win at all costs. Now, you see the difference there. Now, football supporters are arguing the fact that we're supporters, not customers. Now, when you're coming out with the fact that you want to be entertained, you're demanding to be entertained, I'm sorry, but you're a customer. When you want to see your team win and do well at whatever cost, you're a supporter. And that's the difference between the two. Now, people who are saying that they want this entertainment when they go and watch a football match, yeah, I understand it, right? You want value for your money, and people can't tell you what to do with your money. People can't tell you what to expect from your money. If you're paying your money, you want what you want. But at the end of the day, when people are going to point the finger at owners and say, hey, I'm a supporter, not a customer, don't treat me like a customer, it was like, well, hey, you're demanding that we're entertaining you, so yes, in my view, you're a customer. So I hope you kind of get what I'm trying to get at here, I mean, I don't make these blogs to have a poke at people. I make them to give an honest opinion. And a lot of the time people like watching me give my honest opinion on matters in football. So I'll continue doing that until people turn around and say, look, you've had your day, that's enough, stop doing it. You're pissing people off. Until that day comes, I'm going to keep giving my honest opinion about football matters, which I feel quite, passionate about. Something I feel I've got an opinion to offer that people might find interesting. And I do hope that the differential between the supporter and customer in respect to people demanding entertainment at football. I mean, Man United fans, yeah, fair enough, right? You had your golden era under Fergie and you had entertaining football every week because you knew how to put a team together that could deliver that and win games, you know? West Brom are West Brom. You are, a team that can quite easily be in the Championship next season. West Brom are never ever going to be expected to really push the top end of the Premier League. So the fact is, right, until you move to a bigger stadium, until you build a fan base that's going to be so massive that you bring in the income to afford the bigger players, until that day, it's not going to happen for you. You're not going to be a big club. Now look at Stoke. Fair enough, Stoke played some good stuff last year, right? But they're not doing so well this year. I know they drew today up at Old Trafford, but everyone's getting points off United these days. That's becoming a regular occurrence. The fact is, right? Premier League status is such an important thing for a club like West Brom, for a club like Stoke, and then all the other clubs like Swansea. Swansea played this entertaining brand of football, but they had their days, their good days. The fact is, if you're a supporter of the club, yeah, it was always nice to watch that sort of football, but you want your team to get results, and that's it. You look at me, Newport County, we're bottom of the entire football league at the moment. So to tell you what, right, entertaining football, I couldn't give two shits for entertaining football. I want to see, points on the board for my club, whether I'm, absolutely fucking smashed with orgasmic fucking football, and I'm knocked sideways, or whether I'm bored out of my fucking tits for 90 minutes. If my team get a result, I'm going home happy. If my team don't get a result, I'm not going home happy. And the fact is, if I've seen my team play entertaining football and lose, it doesn't mean a shit to me whether I've been entertained or not because my team didn't deliver a result. So that pretty much puts it into perspective, I think. My team are bottom of the entire football league, so I couldn't give a fuck for entertaining football. West Brom, you're in the Premier fucking league, yeah? You're not a massive, massive club. I'm not being funny. There's teams, divisions below you, right, who are at least on a par with you, who would quite gladly take Tony Pulis off your hands if they could be in the position that you're in. Try asking Aston Villa and Newcastle if they'd take the trade. I tell you something now, they would rip your bastard arms off for that. They would be happy to sit there and watch shit football, but win a game 1-0 or 2-1 because they knew how to defend. Because I'm finding the modern game is very much, you get your defence right, and the rest will follow. But you've got to have that defence right. What does it matter if you can score 2 or 3 goals a game if you're going to concede 3 or 4 goals a game? You get what I mean? The defence seems the heart of modern football at the moment. And if Tony Pulis gets that right, then he will deliver Premier League football for you, season in, season out. And you can be downright grateful for it, there's so many teams out there. Sheffield Wednesday would like to be back in the Premier League. Nottingham Forest would like to be back in the Premier League. Coventry City would absolutely fucking love to be back in the Premier League. They spent as many years as you guys, playing Premier League football. And, you get ideas above your station and you find that you're going to get knocked down a peg or two. Blackpool came to the Premier League and Ian Holloway said, we are going to try and play football. And it got them relegated. Fair play, they played some games and they won some good games, but they lost too many trying to be too brave and trying to play special football, and they got knocked down. So just have a little think for that, just be grateful for what you got, Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there pretty much. I think I've said my piece. I think I've battered the shit right out of it. But if you disagree with me, I'd like to hear from you. I've been getting quite a lot of feedback from my latest videos, which I do appreciate. I do appreciate people taking the time to watch these and give me your thoughts on it. So yeah, thank you very much for those of you who are watching what I'm doing. Thank you very much indeed. I'm not even going to get onto the matter of being a Welsh football fan. I follow Newport County, and I follow my international team as well. And you look at the amount of people that have been watching Wales of late. You know, the people who've been watching them on the TV, and the people who've been watching them in the pubs, and the people that have been going to the ground and watching them. But then if you look at the collective average attendance for the Welsh teams in the Football League, and it'll be a fraction of that, of the people that have been taking a keen interest in the Welsh international team. But that's another blog for another day, I think. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that because I'll waste your entire time watching this. So yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, and yeah, leave some feedback. That'd be great. Cheers, guys. Up the county.